the stage right now, we have Coach Jazz, we call her, Coach Jazz, and she's going to tell you guys a little bit about player development. She's currently the associate head coach at Delaware State, and she has a long history of being a very successful basketball coach, and she's going to break down player development and how important it is for you guys, or not like you guys, for coaches to implement a player development strategy. So without further ado, Coach Jazz, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We want our players to communicate. We want to do call and response with our players, so I'm going to ask that the crowd, if possible, can be a little bit interactive. I'm Coach Jazz, as you said, I coach at Delaware State University. My duties at Delaware State is really to coordinate the office. I'm a recruit coordinator, but I'm also director of player development. Player development is I'm very passionate about it, because one thing you do with player development is build relationships with your athletes. That's when you start to spend a lot of time with your players. When you're in the gym 1-on-1 or 2-on-2, 3-on-3, however many you have in the gym with you, that's when you start to build relationships. I passed out a couple handouts. I know I don't have enough, but if you would like it, just come snag me after. If you want to copy this handout, and I can email it to you. I just want to go through the first handout with the slides on it. The other one is just a practice plan. Every player development session I do, I have a practice plan with me to keep me on task as a coach. Because we have a short, especially at the college level, we have a short amount of time to get a lot in. So I try to make sure I keep myself on task as I keep our players on task. So I just want to go through the player development package that we do, or I do, for our shooting guards and point guards at the beginning of the season. So if it's a returning player, what I like to do is sit down with them and discuss with them, what things did you see yourself do this year or last year that you were successful at, and what do you want to become better at? And we talk and we meet about it, so then we can decide together what are the best next steps for them. They sit down and they have goals. I want to be player of the year. I want to be defensive player of the year. I want to average this. I want to do that. But you can't do that without the work. So with player development, we sit down and we talk about their goals. And then as a coach, and what I know about our system and what our head coach wants from that player, I then sit with my head coach and talk to them, how do we build a package for them to be successful this season. So just going through this really quick, at the top you see the first slide, it's a player, one of our players there. We try to make it player friendly. It's something that they're excited about. We try to keep it colorful as well. The second slide is a SWOT analysis. So we sit down and we talk about their strengths, their weaknesses, opportunities where they can get better, and threats. Areas where we think that they really struggle in, but we can work to get that into opportunities. And I don't decide that as a coach. I like to give our players autonomy to decide, what do you think you need to get better at, and then I use my advice to help them put these things on paper. So the things that you see here from one of our players, we came up with this together, but she decides most of the time on what her strengths are, what her weaknesses are, what are her threats, what are her opportunities. The next slide, the third slide, is focus areas. So this player right here, we want to focus on shooting consistency, because she's our shooting guard, she's our 2-guard. Pick and roll means passing and shooting. So passing out of pick and roll. And we'll do some of that today. We won't do necessarily passing out of pick and roll, but decision making out of pick and roll. In our game today, we're seeing a lot of people set ball screen, wing ball screens, step up screens, slot ball screens. So this is an area where I feel like every player, every shooting guard or guard needs to get better. The last focus area is defensive versatility. This was a player that had to become better with boxing out, rebounding, and closeout. So we sat down. That's something that she didn't think should have been on her list, but as a coach and understanding working the position she played on the floor, and she did some of those she's on the side with some of those weak side rebounds are coming off. I wanted to make sure she had this on her chart. So as she got better during the summer and the preseason, this is something that she was working on. Alright, so I didn't mean to bore you with the start, but player development is not just about getting out here and going through drills, going through cones. Player development is sitting down with your athlete, your student athletes, and talking to them about their game and how you can grow together. Because as a coach, I can think, this is what I think she should be doing. But when you give a player some free reign and some say in what we're doing together, and it's a team effort, they work harder at it. So what we're going to start out with is some ball handling drills. So please, when we come down, can you hustle down with this hand for me? gonna be my ball handler, the things that I do when I get out here. I can do it back in the day, but now it's probably a little bit rusty. Alright, so what we're gonna start out with is just warming the arms up, hand-eye coordination type stuff. Two ball handlers drill. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna demonstrate. Try to let it go. So what I like to do typically, some things I like to demonstrate for our players because they don't always get what I say. So we're gonna start out, you're gonna go 10 each way. You're gonna bounce the ball with your right to your left and toss it to your left. You're gonna go 10 each way, so we're gonna do this like this. And what we're just working on is hand-eye coordination, keeping our eyes up, getting the feel for the ball, and warming ourselves up. Alright, so I'm sometimes you start with an attack dribble, which is a pound between cross, pound between cross. Lady chance, ready, go. Quick, pound, quick. You got 2 dribbles, and at that 3rd dribble, if you're not scoring, you need to pass it. Because now we're stabbing on the offensive end. Alright, so now what we're getting ready to talk about is a pump fake and a pull up. Alright, so when he tosses his ball out, toss it out for me. It's our first same footwork. Now what he's going to do is go to a pump fake, and he's going to cross step. You're coming this way. You're coming, so what you do is cross step, 1 dribble pull up. And we're going to get over to that pull up. So now we're just working on short shots, using that pickup dribble to get us another balance, footwork. Okay? So come out the short little bit. You're going to be already done for me, right? You facing this way? I'm going to pass him the ball from the elbow. He's already going to be ready to shoot. Stay stationary. Yep, hands down, ready to shoot. Hips are forward, feet are square. Yep. So now what we're going to work on is setting our feet. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to try to demonstrate this as the best I can. If I lose the ball, just go right over. Alright? So what's going to happen? When I pass him, he's going to go down, set his feet, you're going to shoot. Okay? You got another ball? He's going to take one shot, count between, pick up, take a shot. After you take that shot, he's going to rebound. I want you to go back down, ready to catch and shoot. You'll go back down into another, just catch and shoot. We got it? Alright. Count between, pick up, shot. Once you shoot that shot, be ready, call for ball, and then shoot another ball shot. Alright? Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Count between, pick up. Time. Here we go. Go again. Communicate. Count between, pick up. Set 2 feet. Good. Here we go. Call for ball. Shoot pass. Boom. Alright, hold it. So what I want, 2, 3. Go down on that end. Go short word. You're going to do the same thing. You can shoot over down in the back. Same thing. Vertical center. What I'm focused on is his pickup. His pickup. And his feet. So when he goes down between, once he makes that short shot, down between short shot, is his feet square. Nothing else to do there. Okay? And he's elevated to that shot. And call him for ball. Communicate down there. We good? Alright, we're gonna go. Make sure each person goes 1 time so we can get to the wing. So he's gonna go right here and then he'll go right. And he'll go. Okay? No, I'm gonna have a little slide. We're gonna go. And we'll go. Alright, there's 5 spots in the drill, so we'll start with the short corner. Now we're done. I'm just used to it, man. It's in my DNA. You ready? Ready? Let's go. Depending on the player, I might say you have to make 2 in a row. You have to make 2 in a row in your pickups, you got to make 2 in a row in your jump shots. Alright? But what this drill helps us do is working on setting our feet after we come off the dribble. A lot of times when you see players playing and they come in and out behind the back and their feet are all messed up, and they're looking at me on the sideline like, damn coach, why the ball, I'm sorry, why the ball going to the left? You know what I'm saying? So footwork is very important, especially when shooting off the dribble. Just shoot stationary, period. Footwork is important. Alright, so here we go on short chops. Pound, between, pick up. Pound, between, pick up. You ready? Let's demonstrate it. Between, pick up. Ready? Let's just demonstrate down here and we'll go down there. Ready? Here we go, go. Here we go. Ball for ball. Pound, between, pick up. Good. Go again. Alright, hold it. You ready on that end? Ready? Go. Let's go. For us, obviously, a coach wants you to make 9 out of 9. But the goal is for our players to make 7 out of 9. 7 out of 9 while we're still working on our footwork. So what's going to happen is, we're going to start here. He's going to call for ball, shot. He goes up, she rebounds it. Inside foot, what we worked on earlier. Think my feet square, hip square, nice base. Shot, 2. Inside foot, shot, 3. Look at that. After this third shot, we got 9 shots of this. You're going to sprint. Sprint, because my players don't like to sprint. Sprint, inside foot, shot 1, shot 2, shot 3, sprint. To get here, shot 1, shot 2, shot 3. So what's going to happen? Passes, you keep his base, you keep out your shots taken. Okay? You curling everyone. You working on that footwork. Working on that footwork. Okay? You hit the goal. Who's going to pass, who's going to shoot? Good start. You keep passing, so you don't keep track of his days. You keep track. You keep track of how many shots he takes. So he knows what's going to the next spot. Alright? You only get 3. Listen up. You only get 3. So if he gets 3 out of 9, that's it. Okay? You get to take 3 shots in your spot. Well, I talked to my players about that. I will play them down, I will try to fight over the screen. All right, I will try to fight over the screen and play with them. But in this moment, what we want to teach him is tempo dribble, being confident with your ball handling as you're setting up your ball screen. Setting up your ball screen and get your defender to go into your screener. Because a lot of times we see players backing up from our screener and not sending them into the screen. That's on the ball handling a lot of times. It's not on the screener to find the person because that's a legal screen. Alright? So we're going to work on dragging our defender down. I got to play defense on me. So stay inside the corner, so we're going to inside the corner. What we do is drag our defender down, tempo dribble, okay? Cross over. Alright, so go back. So we defend me, drag him. Drag it down, tempo cross. My hips stay square. They never turn this way. Because I'm dragging them. This drag and tempo dribble is setting them up to go in the screen. As I go, I either I step and I turn the corner. Obviously, I did a little bit slow motion, so I didn't do it. Alright, so what happens is, I'm here with them, drag it down, get in the screen, come here, get into my shot. Okay? A lot of times, what happens is come screen me, somebody. Screaming. What we typically see is, I want you to go with your hips and don't do what I do. I want you to go with your hips. That way. This is what we see a lot of times. They're not getting to their teammate or the screen. They're not turning the corners. So what happens is, that allows that defender to contain him. Right? If we see this big and sagging or whatever, we want to attack that. But what we initially teach is just coming off the screen and getting to a pull-up. Coming off the screen, getting off of your teammate's shoulder. Getting off your teammate's shoulder, okay, and getting to your pull-up and getting to your shot. Attacking off the ball screen and getting to a pull-up. Y'all got what's going? Okay? Drag them down, run me into the screen, tempo dribble, okay? Boom. Alright? I probably got 2 minutes, so everybody go one time. Ready, here we go.
Mark.
Drag it. Go. Cross over. Cross over. Drag it. Boom. Up, no.